Hello there, I'm Sky. Since 2024 December, I began writing one English piece every week. And starting from September, I began writing about history at school lab. Now, I like to keep those moments as a meaningful record of my growth. So, from now on, I'm going to read my English notebook to you. So, listen carefully. Choose and write why you are more sympathetic to Crown Prince Sado and Don Carlos, or King Yangzhou and King Philip II. Why I am sympathetic to King Yangzhou and King Philip II more. I am sympathetic to King Yangzhou of Joseon and King Philip II of Spain more than Crown Prince Sado and Don Carlos. The reason is that both kings had to take care of their countries with a big responsibility. King Yangzhou tried hard to make Joseon safe and peaceful. Even though he loved his son, he sometimes had to make very difficult choices as a king. It would be very sad and painful for him as a father, but as a ruler he thought he had no other choice for him. King Philip II also devoted his whole life to Spain. He worked very hard every day and lived a lonely life because he spent most of his time thinking about the country. He even gave up his own happiness to protect his people. When he thought his own son was dangerous to his country, he decided to put him in the prison. I can also understand Crown Prince Sado and Don Carlos. Both of them lived as princes under great pressure. Sado suffered from his father's strictness and from his own mental problems. Don Carlos also had a hard life because of his health and his father's expectations. Their lives were full of pain, but they could not live freely as they wanted. However, I still feel more empathy to Yangzhou and Philip II. They carried the burden of ruling a country and they had to put their duty above their personal feelings. Even though their decisions brought sadness to their families, they believed it was the best way to protect their people and their nations. If you were a king, would you focus on national defense, tax law, or education and culture? Please explain your opinion and why. I will mostly focus on national defense. This is because other things only matter when a country is safe. If a nation is in danger, proper taxes, great schools, and nation's old culture would be all useless. There are several reasons for this. I will explain them. First, a powerful nation defense is a requirement for a nation's survival. A strong country creates a better environment where citizens and business can succeed, allowing the economy to grow and develop. Second, a nation which doesn't have its own land is very weak. For instance, in the Arab-Israeli war, Israel suffered heavy losses. This shows that having a nation is very important for the safety and survival of its people. Third, we need strong military to be respected by other countries. If our military is weak, other countries might ignore or treat us poorly. But if we are strong, no one will dare to bother us, and we can speak up more when we talk with other countries. But tax law, education, and culture is also important. While national defense is a strong shield that we protect our kingdom, tax law, education, and culture are the treasures we must protect. So I will mostly focus on national defense, but I will still focus on tax law, education, and culture. The goal of my role is not merely to ensure survival, but to also allow our people to live happy and choose a Korean national heritage that you wish to be inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List and explain the reason. I want to inscribe the Hwasong Seongeuk Ulgye records on the UNESCO list. The UNESCO World Heritage listing criteria is masterpieces of human creativity, evidence of culture exchange, evidence of cultural traditions and civilization, representative examples of historical tradition, evidence of human-environment interaction. The Hwasong Seongeuk Ulgye meets nearly all of the heritage criteria, so I think it is worthy of being listed by UNESCO. The Hwasong Seongyuk Ulgue is the most perfect and detailed construction record ever created in Korean history. It's not just a simple diary, it's the ultimate guide for building the Hwasong Fortress. It links direct to ideas, traditions, art, and literature. It possesses outstanding historical and cultural value, particularly in terms of architecture, technology, and ritual records. In the Hwasong Seongyuk Ulgue records, there are blueprints of Suwon Hwasong Fortress, construction progress records, workers, what equipment was used and how, financial records, and more. Thanks to the Hwasong Seongyuk Ulgue, modern experts know exactly how to rebuild the destroyed Suwon Hwasong. This massive record captured every detail from the political decisions and royal ceremonies down to the exact techniques and daily work of craftsmen. The Hwasong Seongyuk Ulgue record is one of the rarest and most complete architecture records in the world, so it has a great value of preservation as a cultural heritage. So, I truly wish the Hwasong Seongyuk Ulgue records is inscribed on the UNESCO list.